You ever notice how some foods actually look like the body part that they're good for? Like cabbage, for example, look just like an eye when you slice them. And a walnut is basically a mini brain. Now, maybe that's just a coincidence. Or maybe, just maybe, nature has been trying to tell us something all along. This idea actually comes from an ancient theory called the Doctrine of Signatures. And this is a belief that the shapes, colors, or even textures of these plants could be a clue to their healing powers. Ancient herbalists believed that God or nature left little signatures on these plants to help show us what they're good for. Modern science mostly calls this superstition, but when you actually look at these examples, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. They might just be on to something. Now, I briefly told you already what the doctrine of signatures is, but let's go a little bit into the history now. So, here's the quick history. Now, this idea goes way, way back, like ancient Greece and China way back. You feel me? But it didn't really take off until the 1500s, thanks to a physician named Paracelsus. I hope I ain't butcher that. Who believed that everything in nature carried a sign of its purpose. It's been dismissed by modern science, but here's the fun part. A lot of those old signatures actually line up with what the science tells us today. Here are some examples that'll make you think twice, or maybe even three times. As I mentioned before, carrots in the eyes. If you cut a carrot crosswise, it literally looks like an eye, like the iris, the pupil, everything. Carrots are full of beta carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, and vitamin A is super important for your vision. There's even research showing that a lack of vitamin A can cause night blindness, but this could easily be reversed if you replenish your vitamin A. So yeah, that ancient belief, not so far off, huh? Tomatoes resemble the heart. A tomato has four chambers, just like your heart. Coincidence? I think not. The nutrients inside of it, like lycopene, vitamin E, and flavonoids, have all been shown to lower bad cholesterol and support heart health. So when you think about it, the resemblance isn't only visual. Walnuts look like the brain. Once you see this, you can't unsee it. The folds and lobes of a walnut looks exactly like the human brain. Coincidence? I think not. Beans look like the kidneys, and they even have a bean called kidney beans. Coincidence? I think not. Beans are shaped like kidneys, and they're packed with an antioxidant called anthocyanins. And anthocyanins are amazing when it comes to protecting the kidney cells from damage. Yo, it's kind of poetic, right? Something that looks like a kidney helps your kidneys function better. Nature is crazy, y'all. Subscribe. How about celery in the bones? Celery stalks look like bones, long, fibrous, and full of structure. It turns out that celery is rich in silicon, which is important for bone strength. And here's a fun fact: bones are about 23% sodium. And guess what? Celery has nearly the same ratio when it comes to that. Ancient healers looked at that like it was divine design. Grapes in the lungs. A bunch of grapes look like clusters of tiny air sacs in the lungs called alveoles. Grapes contain compounds that help reduce inflammation and support respiratory health, especially the purple ones. Coincidence? I think not. Ginger in the stomach. Ginger root even looks like a twisted digestive system. And we know it helps with nausea, bloating, and digestion. This is one of the most scientifically backed natural remedies out there. Coincidence? I think not. Coincidence or clues? Now here's where it gets interesting. Was this just people making it make sense? Maybe. Or did they notice something about how nature communicates through patterns, symmetry, and reflection? Now, we could call it coincidence, but even coincidence could be meaningful if it makes us look closer. Maybe it's not that nature designed these foods for us, but actually that humans evolved to recognize what's good for us. So whether you believe the doctrine of signatures or not, it's something beautiful of the idea that nature actually leaves clues behind. Even if it's symbolic, it reminds us that we are connected to the world around us and that the same patterns in our bodies echo in plants that nourish us. I don't know, maybe this world is some kind of hologram, with every part reflecting the whole. And honestly, that's what I love about exploring this kind of stuff. It's where ancient wisdom meets modern science. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, make sure you smash that like button. Comment below whether you believe this is a coincidence or you think God or nature is communicating with us. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more about holistic health and tips on how to be healthier. Peace.